Hello. You're tuning into the episode of TheWunderkindShow. Today's first topic, the Dan Patrick Show, is outside of their minds. Look, I keep trying to tell y'all, everything that I'm saying keeps finding its way to rear its head so you guys understand why I say it and how I say it, right? Everybody that watches this show knows that I say I want Lamar Jackson to get everything. I want him to have MVPs. I want him to have multiple MVPs. I want him to have Super Bowls. I want him to have Super Bowl MVPs. I want him to have more passing titles. I want him to have it all. And the reasoning, the reckoning behind everything that I've said has strictly been because they do not grade him like his contemporaries. That's why. They look at him, and no matter what he does, it's never good enough. That's how it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a clip from the Dan Patrick Show, right? And about a minute 30 in, you're going to hear exactly why I'm saying what I'm saying, all right? So without further ado, let's get this party started and then break this down. Watch this.
Hey, Lamar Jackson, these are quiet, really good numbers. He's probably going to throw for 3,700 yards and rush for 900 yards. And you go, okay, well, that's never been done in NFL history.
You hear that? Never! That's, bro, y'all keep forgetting. When Aaron Rodgers was winning all of these MVPs, he was throwing for 3,700 yards, 3,800 yards. Y'all didn't know that, did you? No, you're just like, bro, he's one of one. Lamar's stats this year is he's nowhere near, all because of passing touchdowns. That's it. But when you're looking at passing yards and rushing yards and everything that accumulates is on completion percentage and all the other stuff, quarterback, you're like, man, he's doing something that's never been done in NFL history. And everyone's acting like, oh, so what? He's not Purdy. He's not Purdy in the way that he does it. You see what I did there? Purdy, meaning pretty. You know what I mean? Yeah. So let's keep this going so you understand where I'm coming from.
And if your team is going to be the 1 or 2 seed, Lamar Jackson, as we talked about at the beginning of the year, I think it was, 16 to 1 odds for MVP?
Yep, I picked him to be MVP, remember.
If you're going to do it to make money, that would have been the odds to place because that team is good and the value that he means to that team. He's not running as much as he once did.
Nope.
But when he does, there's still this, oh, my God.
Yep.
And you saw that last night. And a lot of reaction was, oh, my God. You forget because if you don't watch a game, then you forget. Or you don't get that opportunity to remind yourself of, golly, he can get out of a tight spot. Yes, Marv.
If Lamar Jackson wins a second MVP award, is it weird that I still don't think he's a surefire Hall of Famer?
Oh, my God. You hear what he said? He said, if he wins a second MVP award, is it weird that I don't think he's still a surefire Hall of Famer? There has only been a handful of players to get MVPs. Multiple MVPs. You understand where I'm coming from? It's 10, I think 11. Every single one of them are in Canton. Every single one. So already they're like, hey, if he gets 2, he gets 2, but he ain't Hall of Fame worthy. And imagine this. Him winning the Super Bowl doesn't put him in Canton either. They're saying they need more. But they're ready to crown Joe Burrow in them, right?
What else does he need to do to make sure he's in Canton? With 2 MVP awards?
Well, you got to have playoff success. That really solidifies everything. You're right. Lamar, 2 MVPs. But I think is your team having success, and they haven't had success in the postseason. Yeah, Paul.
Hold up. I want to make sure that we understand this. What is your definition of success, right? I get it. We got to win more games. That's inevitable. That's the truth, right? But hold on. Does Dan Marino have a Super Bowl? No. And a lot of people have Dan Marino as a top 3 quarterback of all time. He didn't have multiple 5,000 passing yard seasons. He had one. And they got him at top 3. So this is what I'm talking about, the changing of the narrative. Winning a Super Bowl with the MVP that Lamar Jackson already has does not guarantee him a spot in Canton. He just, that's my point. Y'all hearing them already talking about it. Winning is not enough. Winning in the regular season is not enough. I'm telling y'all, everything that I've said has come to pass. So if everyone say, he does either win in the postseason Nitro. Watch. Once he wins this Super Bowl, and he'll have an MVP, a Super Bowl MVP, and an MVP, a regular season MVP under his belt, and on top of it, a passing touchdown leader. Also, you know what they're gonna say? But the passing yards aren't there yet. I mean, he's still not there for me for Canton. That's my point. It's not good enough that Lamar Jackson is good. It's not good enough that he's even great. It's not even good enough that he's magical. Lamar Jackson has to be, and I quote this, undeniable. Because they're all rooting against him. And i.e. rooting against him means they're rooting against the Ravens. He's the QB. Y'all be thinking I'm tripping. Oh, Nitro. I mean, people don't really think like that. I mean, come on now. Why do you think I say what I say? Eventually, they'll talk themselves right into everything that I've been saying. They don't like us. They don't like him. Their most hateful color that they have is purple. You understand where I'm coming from? Like, bro, this is ridiculous. Imagine somebody saying an NFL player gets 2 MVPs, led the league in passing touchdowns. Let's just leave the Super Bowl off for real quick, right? Led the league in passing touchdowns already, right? Multiple broken records. And he's not Canton worthy. He's not Canton worthy. But you're quick to want to put Phillip Rivers in there. Right? They're arguing that Phillip Rivers should be in Canton. Bro. Man, listen, man. The underlying stuff that comes out of this, these media people just makes me laugh. It really does. Yo, could you imagine somebody saying a 2-time league MVP does not deserve to be in Canton? Oh! And it's never happened before in the history of the NFL. Oh! There's only about 11 or 12 players that's even achieved that stuff. Double slap, you deserve every single one of these 10 fingers. Have you no shame? Have you no decency? Have you no decorum? Huh? Bro, yo. Bro, and that's the frustrating part about being a Raven fan. Because let me tell you this right now. They're all like, oh, we love San Francisco. We love San Fran. Purdy is so purdy. CMC, run CMC. Debo, keep your dog chains tucked in, right? And I'm telling you this. The Ravens beat them, it's going to be, well, they beat them, but, he could have had more throwing yards. It still looked a little more inconsistent. I mean, he's still the better player. That's what they're going to change the narrative, pivot out of it. The way they pivot and drop step, you think they're Hakeem the Dream. For all my 90s kids out there, because I'm an 80s baby. So I remember Hakeem the Dream. You remember the way he used to put you in the dream shake. Bro, I'm just so tired. I am tired. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of these people and their delusions. My gosh. Bro, y'all know how bad, bro, do you know how bad it is to admit something like that? Huh? It's already hard enough to get an MVP, right? It's already hard enough. And there's been a handful of guys that have won 1 MVP and are not going to make the Canton, right? They're holding, you already know they don't like Cam, so he's not making it, the Canton. What's his name from the Raiders? Starts with a G. He didn't make, he's not going to Canton, right? There's a couple MVPs that have gotten MVPs. What's his name from from the Bengals, also the quarterback, Rich Eisen, right? There's is it Rich Eisen? No, what's his name? Yeah, I think it's Rich Eisen. Something like that. But the quarterback, the old quarterback for the Bengals, right? There's a handful of guys that have won one MVP they're not gonna let him in Canton. But there's been no players that have won 2 that is not in Canton, because that makes you automatically undeniable. And they're like, I still don't think he is, though. If I had to vote, I wouldn't vote him in. I wouldn't put him in. So I'm telling y'all, so you think a Super Bowl will be enough for them? No. They're going to say, he got a Super Bowl, he got an MVP and stuff, but we need to see more. Like more. And they're not going to say it to Josh Allen. They're not going to say that to Joe Burrow. They're not going to say it to Justin Herbert. Bro, they be loving them some Justin Herbert. What is Justin Herbert did? Y'all make every excuse. Yo, it's the owner's fault. It's the player's fault. It's the coach's fault. It's the field's fault. It's the weather's fault. It's God's fault. It wasn't in God's plan. God's plan. God's plan. Bro, no. I'm tired of it, bro. I'm so sick and tired of it. I am sick and tired of it, right? So sick and tired. Look, I messed up my table. I'm so mad about it, bro. But what do you guys think, right? Do you agree with me that finally you guys are starting to understand why I want him to get everything? That means MVP. That means Super Bowl. That means Super Bowl MVP. You cannot deny a 2-time MVP Super Bowl winning player. It's impossible. Let me know what you think down in the comment section, because bro, yo. But as always, this episode of the Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. Y'all know how we get down. We have fun and we laugh, but everything we talk about rooted in what? Facts and truth. Before we go any further, I want to give a big shout out, because this brother done donated last night. I woke up to it. And I want to give a big shout out to Gregory Smith. He's saying, for happy holidays, bro, you the best. So much love to you, Gregory Smith, with a $20 donation. Yes! Big 2-0. Nah, for real, though. Thank you so much. Listen, I know how hard it is to earn a buck, and you guys are investing your time and your money into this channel, into this platform, into the dream of having an actual Wunderkind media-like presence. So thank y'all so much for the support and love, man. So much love and support. But like as always, this is the Wunderkind Show. If you would like to support also, the Patreon is up and available. There's 3 tiers for content goodness waiting for those who would like to get extra content, and it's getting better every single day. We are adding more stuff, and it's going to grow, and it's going to get better, okay? So I know, you know what I'm saying, but it's getting better. And if you would like to do what Gregory Smith did and help out the show, help out the building of this channel, at the bottom of the screen is a QR code. The QR code is to a Cash App. The Cash App is located in the description of every video that we do. And the name of it is $TheWunderkindShow. Show. Super easy. But once again, this is The Wunderkind Show. This is your host, Nectar, signing off. And as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Yerp.